God's sake, I need to upload. So this is going to be a relatively short video to get me back into YouTube. Hey guys, Jaden here. And is there anybody even watching right now? Is there anybody out there? Almost certainly not, but like, I don't care. Who really cares? I haven't uploaded since April 1st this year, or last year, or whenever I can be bothered to edit this, which was a bloody rickroll. Yeah, stupid. My channel, now known as JKT Reviews because I can't keep a name for the life of me, will be about movies and albums, TV shows, and other random stuff. This video is a simple one, my 5 favourite albums. Now obviously I haven't listened to every album. In fact, I would say I haven't listened to many in the grand scheme of things. So this list will change. Maybe tomorrow, maybe next year, but for now, this is it. I'll do a remake of this video eventually. There's no specific order this is in. These are just my favourites. So firstly is the album that held my top spot from my first list on April 10th, 2022 until very recently. Now currently I have no favourite album. Some people probably won't like this being on there, because popular albums and proper in air quotes, music fans only love the obscure or underrated stuff. But no, it's a masterpiece, it's famous for a reason. Dark Side of the Moon is just phenomenal, start to finish. On first listen, Speak to Me may be weird, but it ties the whole experience of this album together. Little parts of each song, immediately transitioning into the first true masterpiece, Breathe in the Air. This album then goes into On the Run, which was used in a horror movie this year, almost 50 years after the release, so that's a testament to how good this is, which transitions into what for a long time was my favourite song off the album, Time, a 7-minute masterpiece. And I still agree, it's a masterpiece, one of the best songs ever made, but it's not number one. It's not even number one off this album. Then it goes into The Grey Gig in the Sky, which I believe is a tad overrated personally. It's a very good song, it's beautiful, one of the most beautiful songs ever written, but I've seen people put it as their favourite Pink Floyd song, and I just don't agree with that. I think lots of songs on this album are better. This one is one of the weaker, to be perfectly honest. The second half of the album opens with Money, the single success from this album, and it's a very good thing that this single existed because it really helped the album get popular, and then it got critically acclaimed. And then it became even more popular, now in the top 5 best-selling albums of all time. Us and Them I feel is a bit underrated and doesn't get the love it deserves. Another instrumental masterpiece follows with Any Colour You Like, and then the best song off the album, Brain Damage, comes. This is my solid opinion right now, the Brain Damage is such a masterpiece. The only song on the album that says Dark Side of the Moon. I'll see you on the dark side. And then Eclipse. It's one of the best closers in history, and how does Maya not like this one much? Bonus points for Dark Side of the Moon being the first vinyl I ever bought. Wow, 2 albums by Pink Floyd? You must love them. Yeah, they're alright. If you didn't expect to see 2 albums by the same artist, then you have a lot coming, as 2 more of the albums on this list are by another artist. Wish You Were Here took the top spot from Dark Side of the Moon very recently, and now I do stand by the fact that I don't have a favourite album. Dark Side of the Moon may be their magnum opus and the most important thing undoubtedly in their discography, but damn, this is better. Shine On You Crazy Diamond is the most beautifully song ever written, specifically the first half. Part 1 through 5. Welcome to the Machine was the first real sign of heavier music by Pink Floyd, which they would expand upon with Animals 2 years later. Also, Animals 2018 is better than the original. Have a Cigar is a song about the music industry with some of the band's best lyrics ever. By the way, which one's Pink? Oh, by the way, which one's Pink? Wish You Were Here is one of the band's most iconic songs ever, and honestly a tad overrated. I've once again seen people put this as their best song. It's not the best off the album, let alone their best song ever. Though I can understand why they put it up there, because it's a heartfelt acoustic song. It's quite rare for Pink Floyd to do acoustic music. The second half of Shine On You Crazy Diamond is a perfect closer to the album. While it's not as good as the opening half I would say is one of the few 100 out of 100 songs, along with songs such as Echoes, Overhead, the Albatross, How Disappear Completely, and No Surprises. The second half is still a beautiful masterpiece. It's a solid 92 out of 100, and it's still one of the most important pieces of music in their history. Now, the second artist with 2 albums on this list, Radiohead evolved in a way no one expected, going from the masterpiece of OK Computer to a weird electronic rock of Kid A, and it's better than OK Computer. Radiohead made their best album either here or a few years later. Foreshadowing. And I respect most people disagreeing with me on that and saying OK Computer is better, but I have both on vinyl, thanks to Maya for buying me OK Computer. So let's listen to both and decide truly which one's better. Yeah, I know Kid A's better. Not much better, the songs aren't as good, but the atmosphere is just superb on this one. From that beautiful electronic opening with everything in its right place, to a top 2 Radiohead song with How to Disappear Completely. I'm not here. Only possibly argued with exit music for a film. All the way to Idiotech, another masterpiece. This album just doesn't miss. After a few years of, well, 2 albums that were drop-offs from their previous works, still bloody good albums. But I mean, if anyone actually says that Amnesiac and Hail to the Thief are better than Kid A and OK Computer, or even OK Computer and The Bends, I find that a bit funny. I really liked Hail, and especially Amnesiac, but it felt like something was missing, some passion, and then they left EMI and made In Rainbows and published it for whatever the hell you wanted to pay. Do what you want, take it for free, take it, and my wallet, please, just put your gun away. But is In Rainbows their best album? Well, it's this or Kid A. But just think about this. What's better, How to Disappear Completely or Weird Fish's Arpeggi? It's How to Disappear Completely. It's a top 2 Radiohead song. And I love Weird Fishes, but they have better songs. But In Rainbows has something no other album by Radiohead has. From rating all of their albums, from each album at least one song has been below a 90 out of 100. On OK Computer it was Fitter Happier, on Kid A it was Tree Fingers and Kid A itself. But In Rainbows, all are above 90 out of 100. From their second best opener, 15 Step, Burn the Witch is better, all the way to the absolutely beautiful and unique Closer videotape. And why does Maya call this their best album? Because it is. And why do I always bring up Maya? Because she is once again the only person who watches these. And now a throwaway spot. I don't actually have 5 favourite albums. I have 4. But I don't feel like a top 4 favourite albums list would do very good, even though this one's not going to do very good anyway. So number 5 could go to a lot of different albums, from OK Computer by Radiohead to Ants from Up There by A Country New Road. But currently, I give it to Led Zeppelin IV. I'm personally in the camp that the original Led Zeppelin album isn't very good. It's boring, it has a few good songs, but I just didn't like it that much. But Led Zeppelin IV, every single song is good, and it has 3 phenomenal songs. One of them is known as one of the greatest songs ever made, Stairway to Heaven. There's the underrated unique closer, When the Levee Breaks, and that opener. Oh my god. It's named after a random dog they saw, and it's a chef's kiss as an opener. Hey mama, see the way you move, don't make you sweat, don't make you groove. Black Dog is maybe the best song on the album. Either that or Stairway. This album is completely jam-packed with great songs, from Going to California to 4 Sticks to the previous mentioned songs. My rating has fluctuated from a 5 to a 4.5 back to a 5, and now that I'm using a 100 scale, either a 99 or a 100. I haven't actually rated it on Album of the Year yet, but for now at least, it's my number 5. if there is anybody out there, thanks for watching. Comment, though you probably won't. I will probably start uploading in the new year. I really like uploading, I really like making videos, but I just also love procrastinating. Please comment some video ideas if you have some good recommendations. I'm trying to move towards something like what Fantano does, but I also like having correct ratings, so that should help. I don't like being very original, so lots of video ideas will be appreciated. Okay, see ya.